but for the leadership, to accept the role of leadership. That it's something, when Allah blesses you and puts you in a position, it's something that you can't deny. You already there. So all you have to do is wake up to the consciousness and support it and help it work as a community, you know. And we understand what we need to do. But alhamdulillah, because Allah's plan and Allah's work is being done in the world. We see it everywhere we look. I say this all the time. I look around and I just thank Allah. I told myself a long time ago, I said I'm going to stop praying. It's why Imam, I laughed when Imam said that the thing we do most in between prayer is pray. Because that's true. That's true. That's what I used to do. But then when you look at what you're doing in between prayer, that's stuff that you don't have to pray for that. You know, you just go on and do it. You know, that's why our religion is so beautiful and such a mercy, that Allah gives us everything that we need for our whole life, so that we can be happy and enjoy our lives and be successful at the same time and grow. And if you accept what He gives you, you'll be in the position of leadership to help others. And your life and your existence will be in service to Allah. You'll be like a vehicle doing Allah's work in the world and helping other people. And that's such a great mercy and a blessing. And I know I can't tell you what he just said 100 times. He's been saying all day, but I like to repeat it, you know, because we don't realize that we need to, you know, some of us may need to repeat this to ourselves all day, every day, you know, until it sinks in into our subconscious, like he's been telling us about. That the world doesn't work the way we think it works. You know? You get blessings. We faith people. Y'all know this already. So I'm talking to the wrong audience. But we need to tell it to somebody else. That Allah's mercy comes to you from what you give. Not from... You go out with nothing. You got everything you need. You don't need nothing. You don't need to be wealthy. You don't need to have that better job you're looking for. You don't need to be friends with that other clique that you think might help you advance. You don't need nothing. But what Allah already gave you is enough. If you don't have any material means, you use whatever Allah bless you with. If you can get up on your feet in the morning and walk your legs somewhere and go help somebody and do some good. And Allah will, you know, you look up and in a short time you'll be riding in a nice car. That's how it goes. That time flies real fast. Time goes. And we just need to put it to work and move. So alhamdulillah, the Mosque cares. Recently, not recently, I told you all about the USCMO, the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations, that we formed shortly after Imam Muhammad's passing. It's about going on 4 years, about 4 years, that in support and the need because of the times and the climate. And I heard a message coming from our community, and I understood where it came from. A lot of us was saying, well, that ain't our problem, the image of Islam in America. But isn't the strong supposed to help the weak? If they need help, and the life in the world where Islam started, and the Arab nations are not seen in the light that the good ones we know don't want to be seen, and even the bad ones don't want to be seen. You know, they didn't know they was going to look bad until they did what they did. You know, but I would hope they ain't that foolish or that crazy. Or else we need to help. If we do anything, we need to help them build some mental institutions or something. Maybe. I don't know, but we need to help. So when I was called by a good brother, and the believers, we know each other. We know the hearts and the minds of the believers. And when you see a sincere person, you can't turn your back on them, no matter what position you might think you want to take. So I had no desire. All Muslims and all good people are my brothers, and especially those that ask. And sometimes I wonder, I said, knowing myself inside, how come more people don't ask me for help? And then I think about it, I say, I don't want that kind of trouble. I say, it's Allah's mercy probably that more people don't ask me. But when people ask me for help, the first thing I do is immediately start working on how can I help sincerely, with all my heart and my being. I try to figure out how can I help and support. And so we're working on right now. Y'all be surprised. Imam Muhammad is still our leader, And Imam Muhammad is not just the leader of this community that we call the former members of the Nation of Islam that came through our history. He's the leader for all good people. He's the leader for this time we living in, because he's he told us throughout his ministry that Prophet Muhammad, we living in his day. So he lived and was an example of the life of Prophet Muhammad in this day and time for us, the life example for us. If we wanted to witness the potential for us as a people, we have Imam Muhammad. So they looking at him. They looking at him too. And I have difficulty saying what I'm saying, because I know that our actions don't show that we believe it. But they appointed me treasurer. The first job I held for Imam Muhammad was treasurer. I don't know who told him that, but this council of major organizations with whom we're the poorest, I'm certain without a doubt, because that's what I told the deputy secretary of treasury. He mentioned Imam Elam. I believe he mentioned that we were blessed to be a part of a small group of leaders of national organizations. I think I know Egypt was represented, Palestine, I think Serbia, and different communities that are here in Chicago, and some may have even traveled. But there was a delegation. It was about 10 of us, was it? It was about 10 of us that met with the leader, or the prime minister. The deputy prime minister? The deputy prime minister of Turkey. This is the man that handles the money, the finance of the treasury. He decides for the government what they do with their money, how they spend their money. This is a big man. You think we sat there and was asking them for money? No. It's not that type of setting. We sat there as Muslims and believers and as equals, all at the same table, with a desire to move our life forward as a community, as one, as Muslims and as believers. And the spirit was there just as it's been. Most of us know Muslims from the Turkish community. This relationship with the Turkish community was brought out more in the later years of Imam Muhammad's ministry. He started reaching out to them, but one of the first things I mentioned when I met His Excellency Ali, I can't give his full name, the treasurer, the Secretary General for the Turkish, the nation, the nation of Turkey. I told him, I said, because they all had pens on. Like Imam Nuruddin, he pointed out his American flag pen. Yesterday I had my American flag pen on. But they have a pride, a national pride. They have a real national pride and a very rich history. I don't have to tell you all. But the Turkish people are a people that if you want to experience the world, that you go and visit Turkey, and they're up there like China and some African nations and some France and Germany. These nations that really have a rich, strong history, and they individually they love their country and their heritage, where they come from. So they had their pens on there. So the first thing I said, I didn't have to say it. I said, I'm your brother. I said, my grandfather, I said, we go back 80 years with your community. I said, with your community because of the symbol, the flag. And the last speech that my grandfather gave to his community, he introduced Turkish brothers who look like Caucasians to his community. And he said, these are your brothers. So I said, I'm here as your brother. I'm your brother. And I said, we don't have that flag, that mirror image, but we, and I went on to explain them. And I let them know our situation, that due to cultural circumstances, because everybody brought they stuff to the table, showing we're doing this, we're doing that, all political type of stuff. I said, we're a community here that's entangled in the culture. We know we're